What makes a gift truly valuable? Is it the financial price tag attached to the object, or the dignity preserved in the exchange? In Oscar Wilde's short story, The Model Millionaire, a charming but deeply impoverished young man named Huey gives his very last coin to a beggar simply because he feels sorry for him. But we are not discussing abstract philosophy today. We are looking at this document, the FYBA Semester 2 Communicative English 2 syllabus, which uses these exact stories to teach language and literature. Notice this grammar chart. Prefixes add or subtract value from a root word. Adding "un" creates a negative state. We apply this to our characters. Huey is formally unemployed, yet generous. Soon we'll meet villagers categorized as uneducated, yet possessing a highly developed moral code. The syllabus sets up this contrast to show true ethical value rarely aligns with financial status. To see how that plays out, we have to leave the streets of Europe and head into an isolated mountain forest. This is the Sahyadri mountain range in Karnataka. It is remote, deeply forested, and frequently battered by heavy rain. In her documentary-style prose piece, author and philanthropist Sudha Murthy travels into these woods. She arrives at a humble, grass-roofed primary school, hoping to offer charitable support to 50 resilient young students. There, she meets Thandapa. He is the 90-year-old chief of the local Tonda tribe, and analyzing his worldview is a direct requirement on question 2 of your exam paper. Murthy sees the children walking through the pouring rain and brings them umbrellas and clothes. But when she tries to hand them over, Thandapa stops her. He refuses to let his people accept the charity unless Murthy first accepts a bottle of sweet red forest drink from them in return. Murthy hesitates, knowing how little the tribe has. But Thandapa insists, outlining his strict rule. When you can give something, then only take something from others. By forcing the wealthy philanthropist to accept a gift from a poor tribe, Thandapa preserves his people's dignity. He transforms charity from a one-way transaction based on pity into a two-way exchange based on mutual respect. Contrast that carefully measured exchange with the baron in The Model Millionaire. The beggar Huey gave his coin to turns out to be one of the richest men in Europe, who impulsively rewards Huey with a 10,000-pound check simply because he can afford to. Why does Thandapa's tribe fiercely protect their dignity and ask Murthy for computer books instead of money? To answer that, the syllabus points us to the poetry of Emily Dickinson. As question 3 of the exam requires you to summarize, Dickinson's poem Success is Counted Sweetest argues that triumph is always valued most by those who endure failure and lack. The tribal children understand the deep value of an education precisely because they have been denied easy access to it. The curriculum pairs this with William Wordsworth's My Heart Leaps Up. The poem outlines how a pure, uninterrupted connection to nature shapes a person's moral character, explaining exactly how the isolated Sahyadri forest shaped Thandapa. Finally, we read Ruskin Bond's short story, The Eyes Are Not Here. It serves as a metaphor for the audience. Modern society moves fast, often acting blind to the profound philosophies hiding in humble, overlooked places. Having literal sight or immense financial wealth does not guarantee ethical clarity. The texts prove that a true understanding of success requires humility. In literature, the past actions of these characters dictate their future outcomes. On the exam, you have to prove you can track those actions by mastering the grammar of time, tenses. This chart displays the mathematical formulas behind English tenses. You can see exactly how the subject, verb, and object interact to lock an action into a specific moment in time. Here is how that grammar is tested on the written paper in question 1. Let's solve the first 2 questions using the formulas. For 1A, present continuous means Rajiv is neglecting his health. For 1B, simple past means he painted beautiful pictures. Through these grammar exercises and literary essays, this semester's curriculum asks you to look past surface-level definitions. It introduces a European millionaire who chooses to dress like a beggar, and an uneducated tribal chief who possesses the greatest moral wealth in the world. This exam tests your ability to memorize grammar rules and write 150-word summaries. But the texts themselves equip you to view the world and the act of selfless giving with profound respect. If this breakdown helped you prepare, subscribe for more deep dives into your syllabus. And before you go, try answering the remaining question 1 grammar problems in the comments below.